In this video, we will learn how to import search results from EBSCO and ProQuest databases into EndNote. To start with, I just wanted to mention that every time you import results into EndNote, your results will be found in this unfiled folder here. And to see those, just click on that folder. And as you can see, I have 6 references here. Now, if I want to import more references in addition to these, I think it would be a good idea to empty this folder so that you don't have all your references mixed up in the same place. So either move the references that you want to keep in a separate folder or delete these ones if you don't need them at all. In my case, I just want to delete these. So I'll select all of them and delete them. Okay, so now I'm going to EBSCO, where I have a number of articles that I have found on a given topic. So now let's say I would like to export some of these articles, which I find useful, into EndNote. The first thing to do is I'm going to add it to a folder. That click on the plus sign here next to the articles that you want to export. Let's just pretend we want to export these 3 articles. Once you've selected your articles, go to folder view. And here is where you can select all of the articles you've sent to this folder. From here, click on Export and then click Direct Export to EndNote Web. You can remove those items from your folder after that if you want to go back, for example, and look at some other articles so that you don't get confused and re-export them. And then click Save. Now you can see that EndNote is telling me 3 records have been imported. To see them, go to My References, and here they are in the unfiled folder. Now, if you want to keep these references, you can add them to a folder or a group. First of all, you have to select them and add them to an existing folder or group, as the EndNote terminology calls it, or you can create a new folder or new group to add them to that. You can see now that there is a new group here on the left-hand side which contains the 3 references. With results from ProQuest, it's a slightly different process. You are able to select straight away from your list of results. So let's pretend we want to export these 3 files. Click here on All Save Options and choose EndNote. What this will do is it will create an RIS file that will download onto your computer instead of directly exporting them into EndNote. Click Continue. And you'll notice here at the bottom that there is an RIS file in your Downloads folder. Now go back to EndNote and hover over Collect to import references. You will be prompted to choose a file. You will see the downloaded file usually in the Downloads folder. In my case, ProQuest Documents. Click Open, and then you'll be prompted to use an import option. You can choose ProQuest and then select a group or a folder you want to put these references into, or you can just go to the unfiled references folder. Click Import and now go to My References. The references have been added to the already existing references in my unfiled folder. If you wanted to just keep those references, select those. Otherwise, it would be advisable to have emptied your unfiled folder beforehand if you don't want to get confused with so many references. You can again move them to a specific folder or delete what you don't need. Let's say I want all of these references. So I'm going to select them all because they all deal with the same topic and add them to a new group. And now you'll see they've been moved to the new folder I have just created. My unfiled folder is empty and I can continue to import references from various sources. It is always worth checking all the other databases to see the options for exporting references into EndNote. ScienceDirect, Scopus, Web of Science, they all have ways of exporting results into various types of reference management software. There are these two articles here in Scopus that I want to export. So click on Export and you have various options here. You can download specific information only if you want. And if you wanted, you can include all this other information here as well, depending on your requirements. Again, you'll notice that there is an RIS format as well as EndNote Reference Manager. Always look for either one of these in all databases and click RIS format. Click Export and a new file has been downloaded. You can now go to EndNote again, go to Import References, choose File, select the Scopus file, import option is Scopus, and the folder you want to import them to. This time I'm going to select the folder and click Import. Now go to My References, and you'll now notice that I now have 9 references in my Brexit and Jobs folder, as opposed to 7 which I had before. Create a bibliography from the references you have saved in EndNote. Hover over Format and click Bibliography. Select the folder you wish to use for your bibliography. Select the bibliographic style. In our case, for QMU, we need Cite Them Right Harvard. And select the file format you prefer. You can either save this file on your desktop, or you can email it to yourself, or you can preview and print it. In any of these cases, you can go to the file and then copy and paste the list of references into your Word document at the end of your essay.